so much, Rajesh, for taking time out to spend some time with us today.
Pleasure is mine.
I am delighted to be able to introduce Mr. Rajesh Pal, Head of People Culture and ESG at AAF International, which is a part of Daikin Industries Limited. Rajesh is known for his work in HR transformation, culture building, leadership development, and ESG across diverse industries. His perspective blends people strategy, capability building, and purpose-driven leadership, offering valuable insight into talent and culture shifts shaping Karnataka's workspaces. Thank you for being with us.
Pleasure.
To begin with, let's talk about leadership evolution, right? How has your leadership philosophy evolved across 25 years of multi-sector HR transformation? Not making 25 years seem like too long, just 2 decades and a half.
Yeah. So, my experience evolved from a time where the HR or the leadership was more of a control loop.
Right.
That was the time where the HR and the leaders were controlling what time people are coming, what time people are going, and then HR work was more of a personal department, controlling the files, controlling the canteen, the housekeeping, the time office, payroll compliances. All those were the era where I started working in that. Fear was the one aspect which was getting the things done. By the fear, we should get the work.
So it was fear of people towards HR or HR's fear of what people would say?
Fear of that my boss is coming.
Yeah.
Fear is my boss is watching me. When my boss is not watching, probably I am not working. So leadership was more of a controlled phenomena. What time you are coming, what time you are going, whether you are productive or not, that was not prime focus. Over a period of time, I saw that manufacturing is the name of precision, accuracy. If you see the engine components require a lot of precision. So in manufacturing, the people have been more resilient, more perfection oriented, and over a period of time, that resilience has came to my life. It has evolved that yes, I should be more and more resilient. My leadership style has changed from a control phenomena to more of a freedom phenomena that leadership has got evolved. Work with e-commerce, Flipkart, work with retail industry, and then now the global HR for the American Air Filter, India and Middle East, which is cross-cultural diversity, and everybody's expectation is different. So the philosophy has evolved that yes, I am not controlling anybody. People are controlling my leadership and how I can get along with the people to get the things done.
Right, and I think you talk about a cross-cultural team, right? Now, you are talking about vastly different cultures, like from the Middle East to the US to even India. Within our states as well, we have massive cultural differences. What practices have helped you build high-performance trust-driven cultures across all these diverse and you're moving from Flipkart to air filters, right? So you have massive experience in this.
So the performance-driven culture is the fundamental block is the trust. If the trust is not there, the performance-driven culture will not be good. The most important thing, what is expected out of me, there should be a crystal clear clarity on the job which I am supposed to do. Clarity of the thoughts, clarity of the deliverables, what is expected by each employee, that needs to be communicated at the beginning of the cycle. Second part is the transparency. I cannot have a complete one side of a communication and with the other side of I can complete it. Right? Complete transparency at the leadership level. And the third is the communication. We have to have a regular communication. We have to have a regular feedback. At the end of year, I cannot say you are not done. On a timely basis, and the way the feedback has to be given, that is the most important. Feedback should not be given in such a way that it is harming the person, rather it should be a people development feedback.
Right, and I think also different cultures, people take feedback differently. So the way it's put across has to be extremely different.
Absolutely.
And you have to be more careful about how you speak with your team, right?
Absolutely. I'd like to bring one point. We have a philosophy at American Air Filter in Daikin. We have a philosophy, PCM, that is people-centered management.
Yep.
So everything in the entire business, we have a people at the first. And I always quote, wherever I'm talking, I always quote, customers are the people. investors are the people, and employees are the people. So somebody who does not understand the people does not understand the business.
And I think also we're moving from a generation where PCM came for physics, chemistry, and math to people-centered management. Right? So we also have to relearn that okay, we can have all that physics, chemistry, math inside, but if you're not people-centered, your organization is definitely going to struggle. And you're talking about people-first transformation, right? So like over 2.5 decades. How do you align people's strategy with business growth, especially when you have a large-scale organizational change?
Right. Now, any strategy, again, the same question comes. Strategy will fail only when the people are not trusted. There is a gap in the leadership level, there is a gap at the people's level. If people do not see what is in it for me, if they do not understand that what I'm going to get out of this, there are any kind of a strategy. The leaders have to understand, the leaders should have empathy to understand what kind of a resistance. Leaders should have understand that where is the gap among the people understanding. So that is the most important thing. People strategy and business strategy should go hand in hand. It cannot be, most of the organization thinks that people or HR is the support function. It's not the support function anymore. It's the driver function. It's the catalyst of the growth. What we are doing in business, it is only for the people. And if people are not aligned and people are not having a buy-in into that, entire strategy will get failed. All transformation will get failed until unless people are aligned with that transformation.
And I think that there's also like there's a line of expectations that are set. So when we're talking about say our ESG priorities, reshaping workforce expectations, especially when you're looking at leadership behavior today, how do you think that changes?
So nowadays, if you see, the era has gone when people were just trying to work. People are trying to connect with bigger purpose. Why I am here, what I am trying to do. Am I doing something for the society? Am I doing something for the planet? So my concept of business is 3P. First comes the planet. Because today I am here, after 10, 15, 20, 50 years, I will not be on this planet, but planet will. So planet is the most important thing which we are going to maintain, sustain, and give to our next generation. Then comes the profit. Then comes the people. Then comes the profit. So the profit is the last one. Where is the planet and people is the most important thing. So entire ESG philosophy revolves around this. In what way, in what governance method we are doing the business. It's not just I am doing business for the profitability.
I think that sort of puts people right at the center of it because you are responsible for both the planet and profits, right?
Yes.
So if you don't understand how people-centric your organization is,
correct,
that's essentially where we could run into problems later. Karnataka, for instance, has a massive talent landscape, right? What strengths do you think position Karnataka, especially when you're developing a future-ready, group of leaders who are capability?
Okay, so I would like to share a very small, my childhood story or the childhood memories. Karnataka is the dream state for everybody who's studying into a 11th class or 12th class doing engineering or trying to go into the engineering. Karnataka, particularly the Bangalore, is the startup capital of it. It attracts not only because it is just a capital, it gives that kind of vibes of startups. It gives that kind of a talent growth. It gives that kind of a opportunity to all the people's entrepreneurs mindset that yes, something can be done here. Even small ideas can grow here because the vibes are like that. It has ample of talent. Talent learns fast, talent grows fast, and talent not only thinks locally, they solve the problem globally. That is the most important. The innovation hubs, innovation incubation centers, that are tremendous. So the Karnataka is having that kind of a energy, positive vibes, and the environment for making it successful.
I think I really like it. Think local, solve global, and I think that really sort of puts into perspective what Karnataka has been in for decades, right from when we first got computers to where we are today. Because we've always had a huge, pool of talent that we're able to solve global problems, and I think there's never going to stop being that buzz of seeing someone's name from Bangalore up on the screen, even when you're looking at movies, anything, you know. I think that's the wonderfulness of where we are today. But thank you so much for your time. It's been interesting listening to your evolution as well. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
You.